In Dark Alchemy, I talked about her being exposed as a MK Ultra satanic sunken place trauma-based mind control programming subject. I talked about it being exposed by her eyes. At times her eyes become blank as if her body, soul, and spirit are floating, are lost in another dimension, are darkness without light, lamp, or protection. In Dark Alchemy, the ideology and process that separates man's body, mind, spirit, and soul from God is called Solve T. Calaglia. Solve T. Calaglia, meaning dissolve and recombine, serves as a central tenet of the great work of Alexa Crowley and the Satanic Occult. I discussed the trigger or key to bring her back to reality being held by a handler or controller. As in Wendy Williams' case, the warlock, sorcerer, witch, handler, or controller can withhold the trigger and key that brings the subject back to reality at their will and whim. Now it is crystal clear that it wasn't Graves' disease that kept her away from her show. It may or may not have been drugs or alcohol that slurred her speech and made her lose consciousness and focus and wobble on air. If she had been under the influence of drugs or alcohol, her slurred speech, loss of focus, loss of consciousness, and unsteadiness would be persistent. But that's not the case with Wendy Williams. It comes up suddenly and then it disappears. What is also clear is that she is not under the care of a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a licensed mental health drug counselor, specialist, or therapist. She has a sober coach. The morality of sober, the study of the origin and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history, from Old Spanish and Latin it means above, from Proto-Indo-European it means out of. So a sober coach could very well be someone that keeps her above versus down. So above, so below, and out of darkness. It certainly seems as if they don't want any psychiatrists, psychologists, or mental health care professionals looking at what's wrong with Wendy Williams. Black viewers make up at least 55% of Wendy Williams' daytime television audience. Over 1.1 million black viewers per day. It isn't happenstance that the drama that goes on live on global Fox television stations with Wendy Williams does not happen with popular white mass media television hosts. Sick, mentally ill, disabled, drug, alcohol addicted, white hosts leave live TV with human dignity. In a well-established, lavish, professional treatment centers to recover out of the public view. The Wendy Williams Show attracts 2.4 million daily viewers on average, with Williams trading off daily with Ellen DeGeneres as the #1 female host, global queen of daytime talk television. Yet the black daytime queen of television is demonized and humiliated while the other sits on a throne. Ellen DeGeneres' bloodlines are linked as the 15th English cousin to Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, connected to 16th century Sir Thomas Fairfax. Catherine Middleton is a member of the British royal family. Her husband, Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, is expected to become King of the United Kingdom and 15 other commonwealths, making Catherine a likely future queen consort. The Wendy Williams Show does not claim their global, royal Kushnite, Kemet heritage and bloodlines that reach into the infinity of human history. Over the years, Wendy Williams has carved out an absolutely unique brand for herself. She built that show into what it is. The Wendy Williams Show has been renewed through the 2019-20 television season on the Fox television stations. Yet the show has been turned into a CIA, MK Ultra, black psych drama experimental laboratory. Wendy Williams is treated less than royalty, a queen of daytime TV, and a valuable asset of major corporate mass media entertainment industry in America, like a Ellen DeGeneres. Wendy Williams is being treated like a female slave wench right before your eyes. I don't think the shock has settled in, and I don't think the public truly realize what is really going on with Wendy Williams. She's being transported back and forth from the television studio to a low-class, beaten-down, sober house tenement room, a Negro wench slave quarter off the street that sits above a barbershop in Queens, New York. The story is so insidious that Wendy says that she lives inside a so-called sober house with smelly men that many say mean street crackheads and alcoholics. She has a sober coach instead of a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a licensed mental health or drug therapist. At 10 o'clock, she says that the lights go out. She is locked in the room until morning. It sounds like a 19th century insane asylum or medieval treatment of the mentally ill by tying them up to a tree. The entire entertainment industry understand what is going on with Wendy Williams, but their lips are sealed by the bargain with the devil. The Wendy Williams drama is a Black Mirror global TV psychological warfare operation. Each and every morning we tune in to the Dark Mirror because we don't realize what is going on and what is being done to us psychologically. When we pause the Black Mirror, it only continues again from the beginning. Black Mirror came out of the UK in 2011 and was released in the US in 2015 on Netflix. It is an anthology series like The Twilight Zone. The series explored how technology can, will, and is clandestinely changing society. Black Mirror is a form of psychological warfare by subliminal and subconscious mass population public shaming. Black Mirror targets and influences specific audiences and populations such as Black people to accept and normalize homosexuality, aberrant lifestyles, nepotism, and self-destruction by covertly, psychologically tranquilizing, compromising, pacifying, and disabling traditional moral systems of the target audiences. The Black Mirror is a reflection of man telling himself and herself subliminally that what he or she sees consciously through the Black Mirror TV is actually an eternal subconscious conflict, his or her own spiritual dilemma in a state of chaos. The Black Mirror reflects back in a person's subconsciousness chaos that internalizes a Black Mirror abyss of isolation, powerlessness, pure negation, emptiness, loneliness, and self-hatred. The Black Mirror offers man a false tranquilizer and psychological drug to accept his or her cursed and demonic state of affairs, future, and destruction. We watch Wendy Williams daily through the broken glass of Black Mirror TV, and it reflects back that we too are godless, demonic, in a state of subconscious chaos, mentally sick.